Bye.
I don't know. I think I just want to be remembered and be known, and yeah, I want my ideas and creativity and originality to carry on years and years to come. I remember when I was younger, I used to do these drawings. This was back when I lived in California, but I did these drawings, and there were drawings of these tree houses, or little houses, I could call them. And the way they worked was, I tried making a design where, let's say it's a small 3-level house, and I tried making it asymmetric and abstract, but I didn't really know either of those words, but I do remember it being like that. And what I try to do is, let's say it's a 3-level house, and I tried making this kind of small slide for fruits, or yeah, mainly fruits. And the way it worked is, let's say you're on the 3rd level, and somebody from the 1st level says, hey, pass me an apple. From the 3rd level, there'd be like this hole, or something where you would put the apple in, and you put the apple in, and it would travel and spiral down all the way to the person in the 1st floor. And I think those were my first encounters with architecture, before I even knew what the word architecture meant. Sometimes there's art that is really exciting and imaginative and creative, and you think, where do these creative ideas come from? Where does this art come from? And I think a lot of it has to do through experience and what one goes through, where one lives, what one sees over the years of their life. There are millions and billions of people. And I think that's almost a hard concept to grasp, the amount of people that actually exist in this world. I think it's hard for the brain to actually comprehend what 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, 6 billion people is. That's a lot of people. And for you to stand out, it's more than just being what is considered to be amazing 10 years ago. You gotta be more than amazing. You gotta be more than fantastic. Because the bar has been set higher and higher over the years with whatever you want to do in life. Van Gogh, back when he was living, he sold one painting and he had a tough life. And he created most of his art within the last 2-3 years of his life. But now his paintings sell for millions of dollars. He was so advanced for his time that people couldn't even understand, and they didn't really want to accept until later on, where they think, wow, this is amazing, the stuff he's done. I think a lot of people are afraid to go for what they truly, honestly want to go for in life. And one of the ultimate goals is to just have people think that, hey, I could do whatever I want to do in life. I want people to believe that anything is possible.
You can hear.
Yeah.
Stop me, baby. I'm not your baby. I'm gonna send you a song.
Creativity, that's what it's about. Creativity, uniqueness, and amazingness. And that's what gets me excited. So I was thinking about, will my creativity ever stop? And I don't think it will. I think my creativity is endless. Because if you could come up with one new idea, why can't you come up with another new idea? You are allowed to free your mind and create whatever you want to create. And it's the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't you? Good job for doing something that is not really thought of, you know? You gotta have courage to really do things that are unconventional and do art that is unusual or create something that might be looked down upon. If you feel like, hey, this is what I want to do, why not do it? Because if you don't do it, somebody else might do it, and they might take your great idea. And that's how I would like people to see me as an original and creative person. I almost want them to get involved in the story and just have the experience of asking themselves questions and using their mind, thinking about, why is this happening? Why is that happening? What's going on in this piece of art? And how and why I thought about this. There's only one me, and there's only one Arthur Lugaska's brain, and if my ideas are not put out, then who is going to think of my ideas? I feel like some of the ideas I have could inspire people and could help people get better and improve themselves with whatever they do. The schools are interesting. There's just so many people, I think, tend to study something they don't really truly want to study or do in their life, which is the big issue here. Do you do what you do in school on your free time for fun? If you don't do what you're studying for fun, then why are you studying that in the first place? People tend to be so used to school from a young age, from as young as 5, 6 years old. When you go to kindergarten, and then you go to elementary school, middle school, high school, that's already going to school for way more than half your life. And then after you graduate high school, you're so used to school that you go to college. People tend to get loans for schools and colleges, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30,000. Why don't you just take a loan for your own life and go experience the world? I think the most effective way of learning is through experience. Let's say you want to say something, you want to speak your opinion on any topic, any subject, on whatever. What are you going to say? Are you going to say what people want you to say and what you think should be said? Or are you going to say what you want to say? Oftentimes, people don't give their true, honest opinion because of the possible controversy or hate that might come, which is a big problem because then that kind of creates this, who are you? Are you real? Are you fake? There's this dishonesty going on, and it reflects. A lot of times, the driver is money for people. I prefer money than doing what I truly want to do. Which is a funny concept because those people are chasing money and money's sort of running away and they're chasing it and money's running away. And where it gets really interesting is if you completely forget about any value that you give money, because money is just an idea that you give value to, and money is only as valuable as you make it. So if you're putting money at such a high pedestal where you're just trying to work to make money and money's your main focus, you're basically chasing money. It's like a guy chasing a girl. You know, she might be just running away. Money's running away and it's hard to get it, hard to get her. But here's where the interesting part comes in. Let's say you're just doing you. You do your work, you do your projects, you do what you're passionate about in life. Whatever it is, whether it be sports, art, photography, music, you name it, you do it because you love to do it. And at that point, money sort of sees what you're doing. Money wants attention. Money says, hey, look at me, I look good, come get me. If you're just focused on your work and your projects and what you want to do in life and your dreams, goals, desires, money sees that and money gets jealous. And then money starts coming after you.
I was brushing my teeth. I ate a while ago.
If you're a human being, you could do what other human beings have done and surpass them. For you to get to the level you want, a lot of it has to do with your mind and how you think, and the level of thinking that your mind has. If you think you could only get to this level, yeah, you're right. If your mind thinks, I could be the greatest, then you're right. It's simple. It's if your mind is trained to believe that anything is possible and that you could literally do anything you want in this world, then you could. Think about the biggest superstars you know. Think about the most famous people you know. They were born as little babies in probably a hospital or somewhere. And you were also born as a baby. And both of you grew. But you were born in kind of this equal platform. And both grew and had experiences, and experiences led to thoughts and ideas, and how they became some grand superstar somehow, but they started off where you started off as a baby born. So if they made it to the level they're at, what makes you think that you can't get to that level or surpass them? You smile, you just can't wipe that smile off. It's like you're so happy.
You're saying it's so funny because you're crazy.
Crazy for you, maybe. I had a situation back when I was in high school years ago. I was in this video class and I had a teacher, the teacher of the class, and then there was also, I think, the computer technician guy, and I was cool with both of them. This one I was like learning about videos and videography and how to create movies. So I was in the class and there was a film festival, film competition that came to school, and I wanted to enter it. I had a video that I wanted to do and enter, but it came to the last day or two of the competition and I still hadn't done anything, so I had a decision. I was like, either I'm gonna make this film or I'm not. And I was in decision mode, and I could have made it, I could have done it, but for some reason I decided not to. And then I get to school on the day of the deadline and I tell my video teacher that I'm not going to enter the competition. And then he said that he won the bet. And I did not know of any bet that was going on. And apparently he and the technician bet on whether I was going to complete this film that I wanted to do and turn it in on time for the deadline. They bet on me without me even knowing about it. And my teacher bet against me. He thought I wasn't gonna complete it on time, and the computer technician bet that I was gonna do it on time. And I'm very disappointed that I failed in completing the film on time. I didn't complete it. But the thing is, I could have, and I think if I would have knew somebody's betting for me, I could have just completed it and done it, but I didn't, and the wrong person won in that bet, and I'm not happy about that, basically. But that's kind of a curious thing to find out, if anybody cares about what you're doing or doesn't care. Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. True.
why did I do what I do? I just do it. It's just this whole, I don't know, I guess that's one of the beauties of human beings. They could create things, and to create things they use their senses. You know what? I'm What makes you enjoy life? It's your senses. And one of the big things is how many people actually appreciate their senses or even think about them. If it wasn't for your senses, what would you do? I got this idea about if you lose everything, then you have everything. Because now with everything gone, all you have left is your senses. And that's one thing that people don't steal from you, don't take away from you. It's not something that they think about. Imagine if you're somewhere and somebody's trying to rob you. They don't think about, hey, I want to take your vision. Hey, I want to take your sense of taste. They don't think about that. So your greatest treasures aren't stolen. So just appreciate your senses and experience the world with your senses in mind. And get a little simple. Enjoy life a little bit. And if you have all your senses, you shouldn't be sad. You should be happy. Just go smell some roses, smell some flowers. Go touch anything, touch textures, touch your skin. And then with taste, go taste something natural. Taste the fruit and see how amazing that is for your taste buds. And then visually see, just look. Sometimes just look around you, look at the colors that exist. Hearing, just listen to the ambient noise. We don't have a mic connected in this camera right now. And there's probably some scratchy noise going on. And maybe we did this on purpose so you could appreciate even that sound. Maybe we didn't, but just listen.
Aw, why? Why are you saying that?
one day I wrote a poem and I froze it in ice and I photographed the process of it melting away, and I discovered that the words were still intact. When it comes to writing, I used to follow these rules and the structure, this uncomfortable structure that hindered creativity and really limited what I write and how I write. Over time, I got to a point where I started writing how I speak, or really writing however I want to write, which is the way you should write. There's no rules to writing. Writing itself is a form of art. You can be creative with writing, and there's no real rules on how to write. What's important with writing is to be free and really let your mind just think and put the words on the page however you see fit without being pushed by unnecessary forces or whatever you want to call them. Just write what you want to write. That's how writing should be. And have fun with writing. That's important. I think when it comes to writing, too many people are too focused on the structure aspect of it, and they lose the fun that exists in writing. And if you don't have the fun in writing, I think is boring and you don't want to do it. And why do you not want to do it? Because it's not fun. If you let writing be fun for you and you write how you want to write, it's a really enjoyable experience. So, once I discovered that I can have fun with writing, I decided to start writing books. And that's where I'm at now. I'm working on a few books right now. And I'm having fun with them. I am. I have fun just letting ideas come out in any way I see fit without following any true rules or guidelines. If everything revolves around time, and time goes in circles, does that mean everything goes in circles? Think about it. What do you think? Oftentimes, a lot of the work I do is done in my brain and my thoughts. That work is invisible when it's in progress to anyone who sees me. People might see me standing and looking at a painting and just thinking so much. Or I don't know what they think I'm doing. They probably think I'm just standing or not doing anything. But oftentimes I'm thinking what my next move is. What do I do next? And at a time like that, this idea of time, seconds, minutes taken away, becomes irrelevant. Because I'm just busy in the thought of what do I do next. And then I hit. People think I'm not working when I'm standing and looking, but I'm working.
And Arthur's friend, don't listen to him. He's crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
What I have here is a painting that I did. I can touch it. In places you can't touch, I like to touch and feel. I can touch this all I want. My hands are clean, so it's good news. I call this pure art. And that means perspectives inside of perspectives art. I made up the term because that's where I felt like these paintings fit. This whole canvas is flat. When I look at it, I see spaces. I created these spaces. Maybe that's why I like doing these. Pure art paintings. Because I'm able to create any space I want. Anyone can create their own way of seeing things, their own truths, their own perspectives. their own way of seeing things and seeing the world, and choosing what's right and what's wrong and what's real and what's not. All about perception. If you can make something look like what you want it to look like, even though in reality, whatever reality is, it doesn't look like that. That's pretty fascinating. If you have the ability to play with somebody's perception,
I think, I'm not kidding, I think that's a serious problem.
Me too. So, this painting over here, I got inspired by this game that I got when I was younger. I don't remember how old, but I have it right here. It was just a game with numbers, 1 through 15. And you just tried to move his pieces and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all the way up to 15. There's 16 places total, spaces, I should say. My mom showed me the trick on how to. It would get really hard to get the 4 at its correct location. That was the hard part, and I think my mom is the one who showed me the secret. The secret is to do something that you don't think should be done, like move this 2 there and move those there. Oh, I think I actually know how to do this. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And let me see how quick I can do it. I think it's the last 3 that might give me troubles these days. But let's see if I can solve this on the spot. See, and then we got the trick. We got the 8. Put the 8 there, and we can't put it up there. So what we gotta do is take that down. No. We gotta move these guys again like this. Put this down, move all those there. Move that like that. Okay, so now is where the fun begins. Trying to put this back together.